said 2024, right? Of course, Rich. We're backstage talking. I just saw your comment, Rich, and I'm dying. Yes, we're live. We're here. Hi, everybody. Sketch Card Hive. Here's Ryder, our boy Ryder. If you don't know Ryder, you're missing out. He's the best. He's awesome. He's on Instagram. Go check his stuff out. Great collection. He bought a box of Versus System, Web of Spider-Man, and it is first edition. Now, this is not money by any means in terms of like what people speculate. This is not an investment video whatsoever. This is just fun, and this is kind of like just like a collector's thing we're doing. This set's really fun. It's in the style of TCG, and as we know, Marvel's first official TCG, okay, because they had one where you have cards that you kind of play with, where there's like power ups and stuff like that, like the British ones that are from the 70s. But their first one originally was Overpower. And now Overpower was great, but Overpower didn't have all the key markers that some of the more prestigious TCGs do, like Pokemon and Marvel and Magic the Gathering. And this one, however, did. And it's called Versus System. And it still exists today. It's moved over into Legendary, which is what it's called now. But what's really great about this, and what people don't know, and maybe you do know, and that's why you're here because you're excited about it, is that a lot of the art is original and is shared with Marvel Masterpieces. Yo, everyone's here. Don't even. Hey, buddy, if you want to jump on, let me know. Hey, if anybody wants to jump on, let me know. We're just hanging out, just chilling. What's going on, everybody? We were laughing at Rich's thing earlier. So I can't believe it. So William, of course, found a box, the mastermind he is, and it is a first edition Web of Spider-Man box. What's awesome about this, and again, this is not a spec investment crazy video at all. This is just pure enjoyment of the art and the style of the Versus System cards, which I'm a huge fan of, which I have been completing and getting every Silver Surfer out there. And yes, Matt's here.
What up?
Still a beardless man. Still beardless though.
Still beardless, man. He's working on it.
Yeah, check back in 2027. It'll be in there.
We're just talking Versus System, Matt.
That's awesome.
Mm-hmm. So we're gonna open a box. We're gonna look at them fresh. I'm excited to see it kind of open. I haven't really seen a box open. Not really. I spoke about this with Gingy forever ago.
Gingy, there's a name from the past,
Gingy,
right?
Gingy, name for the past. And I have investigated this set because, like any good TCG set, which a lot of you guys will be seeing when Magic comes out, Magic the Gathering, Marvel, is that the title of the card doesn't always have the name of the character. Which everyone who's nodding their head right now, and all of you at home who are nodding your head, you have all felt this pain of what it means to try to spot these cards, because it is a journey in itself to do it. And I hate to throw this curveball at you two, and I think you guys know because I tell you guys everything, but for you at home, Free, what's up, buddy? Ryan, hey, man. There's actually foreign cards.
Of course there are.
Of course there are. I don't know how many. I've only ever been able to find one, and it was from a group that was on Facebook, and I met a very nice gentleman whose name is escaping right now. I wrote it down somewhere, who sent me this one, and I have a foil and non-foil. But as you can see, different language. Do I remember the language? I think it's German.
Yeah, they had a Midnight Suns card that had it. It was a German one, and I bid on it, and I got outbid for it.
Really?
Yeah,
there's some deep collectors of this.
They're hard to find.
And not every card has a foil version, right?
No.
So
not every card has a foil. No.
Basically, how it goes usually is like this. At least for the Versus System, it goes like this. You have your non-foil. Not every card has a foil, like we just said, but usually have a non-foil. Some cards that are stamped first edition don't have, from what I know, and I'm hoping I'm right in this, but I kind of feel like I'm partially wrong. Some of them only have a first edition stamp because only so many were made, but I'm starting to think that's not true.
I
But
don't know how the first edition stuff goes, because I know, like, with like Dragon Ball Super, for instance, I know they have first edition and second edition boxes. So I don't know what the difference between those are.
some boxes don't have the first edition stamp on it. Like the box you have has the first edition stamp. So all the cards will have first edition.
Yep.
So some cards don't have a first edition. I've never seen a non-first edition of the Surfer, which is from Web of Spider-Man, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, which they tell you here. It's classic TCG. The little acronym here tells you what set it's from. Mine's MSM. So
yeah, that's the nice. And there are promos. There are full art ones. I do have one I could show as well.
So this is the base. This is a foil. This is called an extended art. Now, what's great about this? Now, remember, these are from Upper Deck, and what's great about them is that they did a lot of promotion for this. Why they didn't do promotion for anything else, who the F knows? But they did do promotion for this. So there's actually a playmat for different sets. There's tins. There's collector boxes of these stuff. Like there's, here we go. There we go. There's William.
Oh boy,
off to the races.
What have I stepped into?
Oh man, a deep, deep sickness.
I've got my 3 Danny Versus cards. That's it.
Yeah, baby. I want to see him. Let me see him real quick.
So going to your name point. So there's Mirage. So that makes sense.
Oh, that's cool.
Got New Mutants. That makes sense. And then, of course, the naturally and Stay Down, because that makes.
God, what a nightmare! What a nightmare!
Thankfully, there was a subset called New Mutants, so it was kind of easy.
Okay, so you can kind of dig through those. There's a good site called Category 1 Games.
Yeah, you said that to me.
And that's a site I've gone to that's helped me out a lot. We are not sponsored by Category 1 Games. It would be nice if we get sponsored by something, but we are not sponsored by these people. But it was really great. And it really helps me find a lot. And being a character collector of Surfer in this set has been a bit of a situation because there's a lot of Surfer in this set for some reason, which I'm not arguing. Oh, you do also have cards that called Connected, Extended Connected. I got you on mute, William, so you take your time, buddy. No rush. So I do. Hey, Jeremiah. So they connect. So this is pretty cool.
Oh.
Should have a light. Can I do this without breaking shit? Yeah.
So fancy.
I think so. Oh, shit. But there you go. So they extend across the cards. Okay. So those exist. They're pretty cool. Actually, I should have a little more light on me. But yeah, so there's a bunch of different versions, and you have promos, and you have, well, this is from Legendary. I think it's only from Legendary. But you actually have tournament cards you could win. Wait, hold on. Wait, I'm going to get you. Show me those tins. That's Alex Ross art, which is also the art you get on the case incentives for Marvel Masterpieces.
Yes, I have a box somewhere, but I don't know where it is. But it's basically the box is the exact same thing. This is from the Avengers Collector's box.
Yeah. I love it. I think it looks good. I think it looks really good.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah, it's really cool. I mean, they're really cool. They're
awesome. I got the Surfer one. There was a literal set called Heralds of Galactus, and it's amazing.
I opened it. I actually, and it has a big Galactus card. Oh yeah, right here.
Yeah. There's a big Galactus. Rich gave me that. Rich helps me out find that card. Massive Galactus card. It's really fun. It's a fun set. Hey, Dre's here. What's up, Dre? Marvelous. Hey man, I'm loving all the content you're putting out, buddy. Be sure to like, subscribe, and send me nudes. Yes, please. That's always important. I don't want to be responsible for those pictures, but do send. Not me, to him. I don't want him. This is the box. This is the beauty of the box. This is gorgeous stuff. If you do buy this box, just make sure you look for that stamp. Even the non-stamp ones, I think, are pretty fun to grab as well. But the box presentation's nice. And if you look at the front of the box, crazy little bit of information for you, which I'm sure you already know, is that the front of the box actually features the Bill Sienkiewicz art that is on the back of sketch cards from 07 MM.
Yep.
Which is pretty cool.
And there's a 3-panel puzzle card that it's from 2007 or 2008. An insert.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, because there's also one
That's
of
right.
the Avengers ones I just showed you too, of Alex Ross.
I mean, the art selection is really nice.
Yeah.
There's something in here I have that's a poster that's part of the advertisement of it. That's not it. Which I am going to look for and get you guys, because I think all of you guys need to start looking at advertisements, sell pieces, because they exist and they're awesome. And I think you guys would really like them. And they are disappearing because of age. So it would be worth getting. I need to actually frame this. I think I am. But as you can see, and we'll open this box in a second, this poster has all the different art from the back of those MM cards.
It's pretty cool.
It's very cool. It's a cool poster. I'm sure they exist on there's Punisher. But I believe it's all Bill Sienkiewicz art, if I'm not mistaken. Wolverine, Hulk.
Yeah, it's the X-Men Origin set, the Web of Spider-Man set, and I think there's something else.
There's something else. I can't remember either. I forget. But I found this poster on there, and it is advertising UDE. What is it called? Versus System stuff. So whenever you look up these look for sell sheets, posters, all that stuff, look at the year, look at the set type. They're everywhere, and there's actually a lot of really cool stuff out there. But let's keep going here. Yeah, Williams' collection is awesome.
I got a small little mail.
Hey, do your mail day. Cool. I remember opening those when they came out. Nice. I love it.
I hate these ComC things.
Category 1 is a great place. Yeah, I want to keep those all the time, but I'm like, that's borderline on hoarding now. You should look at the playmats they give out during the pro. Yes, I did see those playmats. I just remembered there's a guy I need to hit up. I'm broke, guys. I'm broke. So while William goes through his mail day, we'll see some cool cards. Matt, you get anything recently? Anything up with you? Anything new and exciting?
Just one card that came from North Carolina, but I don't have it handy.
Yay! I really think. Okay, well, I'm very happy you have that card. I've been sweating that forever. I think the other card was sent to CGC or whatever, because the other card I sent out with that card originally got to its destination just like 2 days ago.
Nice.
So something happened there. So either it's in the mail or it was already sent out. But I am very excited you got the big card, because that's done, which is nice.
I'll definitely put that on an episode.
Yeah, I think that would be a really fun reveal. But it's in the right collection for sure, which I'm happy about. Man, how much are you getting, William? Damn.
Well, these cards.
That's not judgment. That's just an admiration.
A lot of these aren't like super expensive. It's just because I am crazy and I have like 20 or 30 copies of some of these cards. Don't ask me why. I don't know.
I think that's great. I don't think that's a bad thing. Oh, I love that card. Isn't that the best?
So this is an Australian foreign TCG card.
Yeah.
I've only seen this thing one time, and that's why I picked it up.
That's cool.
And there are other ones. There's ones from 77 that are the tops. Was it the Heroes, I think, from the UK?
Yeah.
And they're like TCGs as well.
And you can buy that as a full deck, and some person decided to buy all the full decks and grade it all,
Yeah.
and they're trying to off their grades now. So that's always exciting. But yeah, this is what they look like.
Nice.
They're very cool. Very nice. Very cool pieces.
Okay.
But like we talked about, we got Overpower, and now we're going to take a look at some first edition versus system cards. Now, question is this, William. What are you hoping to hit? Because I forget what's in there.
Well, I don't know. I know Ariel Avetti's Venom, I believe, is in this. That's the Venom from 2008 base card. I think he's in there. I don't know. I don't think there's a Ghost Rider. I don't think so. If there is, it doesn't show it on the checklist.
Now,
maybe
never
but
having broken these. Are these random? Like you are not going to get a full set?
it is not a full set.
Okay.
It won't be.
It
Yeah,
is
there's
random.
only 55. Well, there's. Yeah, you won't get. I don't think you'll get a full set. There's 14 cards
No.
per pack and 24 packs per box.
Gotcha.
Now,
Plus,
I
there's
don't-
foil variations,
I
which
don't.
are
and
random,
that's-
obviously.
Yeah, and that's what I don't know because I opened 20 of the blisters of the was it the Marvel Knights one, and there's a foil in every one of those.
Foil in every pack?
Yes.
Okay, maybe that's the same with this one. I don't remember.
Now I don't know. I've never opened a booster box. This is the first booster box I've ever opened. So here's an example. If someone mails a card, 2 cards, don't mail in the same top loader. I mean,
Don't
they're
cheap
just
out.
bays, but still.
If you're going to do base, stack them.
Yep.
That's such a good image.
Yeah, this is just mail day. This is from the Midnight Suns. So what this is the base achievement. So you do a whole base set, and that's one of them you get. Other one is Lilith, which I haven't got yet.
I'm really liking Lilith as a character.
Yeah. I always like Dormammu, but I can't collect him because he kind of looks like Ghost Rider.
Should be a random, not a full set. A card called Savage Beatdown was the product hit when it released. If you guys are +5 attack and features Hulk. See, this is the thing. I've never played the game intensely. I tried it a couple of times, all that kind of good stuff. But so for people who don't know, if you're collecting Marvel and you're just waiting for Magic the Gathering Marvel, or your first time kind of looking at TCG stuff, or it's been a while for you, usually value on a card is not only based on art, but by playability. So just so you guys know, now this is an older set. I don't know how many of these cards are reprinted, right? Usually when cards are really good, like they have a great playability, they get reprinted or they're never reprinted. And there's some kind of decisions being made there by the company that's producing these things to keep the game kind of going and competitive. And then they ban cards. There's a whole thing. So just so you guys know, but again, that's just in case you're wondering why price difference is up there. Sometimes it's not on character. Sometimes it's the playability of the card. Okay. Do you want to come on? Because you need to be on here then.
Yeah,
Because
go for
I'm
it.
going to send you a link. I don't know if you want to put yourself out there, but I would love you to be here. Oh, that's a good Sasquatch.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
fun.
Yeah, these are the preliminary art from the Daniel Horn Marvel Masterpieces. That's one
I
of the
actually like that
preliminaries.
one a lot.
See,
Yeah.
if I was to grow a beard, that's what I would look like. So, that's why I don't.
And then shout out to Hermit for this set right here.
Hermit is the nicest person ever.
Yeah.
He's the best.
And then
Hermit's here. Hermit's awesome.
these are the ones. These are like the movie posters, kind of inserts, kind of like the what ifs, basically. These are pretty cool.
All right, we're actually going to have a player for this set come in, and we're going to get a lot of deep knowledge on this. I'm so thankful you're coming, brother. Oh, that's fun. Yay. Awesome. These look really good. These are the poster type things you were talking about, right?
There's
I like
Brindle.
this a lot. Goatman. I actually have a PJ Goatman sketch.
Oh, really?
Yeah, let me get that. It's from Pernis Studio set, which I should be getting my Halloween set next week. So we'll have a video and I'll crack that. I'll show you guys what sketches I got or what random drops I have. Then I'll show you my PJ Goatman. But it's Hallow's Eve, man. So we got to have a little bit of horror on here, which I'm excited about. But I'll show you guys that sketch real quick. And then we'll set up for the box opening. So here's Goatman.
The Goatman.
Which is the Goatman.
You
Such a
think,
good
you would
sketch.
think I PC him, but no.
I didn't even put it together until right now. I have a Goatman sketch. That's amazing. I love it even more now. But yeah, if you're not into it, Perna sets, they're amazing. Here's another one. I think this is by PJ too. Yeah, it is. Love that stupid sketch. I don't know what it is, but I'm absolutely obsessed with this one. But yeah, so we got some of those sketches. Okay, let's get into the good stuff.
Okay. Let me flip my camera.
We have a friend coming on in a little bit, but we'll get this start going. But if you have any questions in the chat about this product or anything at all, let us know. We are gonna take a look.
Bone clear?
Yeah, everything looks really good. Yeah, that's the real goat, man. It's true. Identity revealed.
Don't make me break out the mask.
I actually love the flap. I don't know what it
Yes.
is, but that flap is the coolest thing.
And one thing about when it comes to like these boxes and stuff, the one thing you need the biggest thing is the tape right here, and then that thing is the seal. Because people will try to reseal these. I have a feeling that happens quite a bit.
Yeah. I hopefully not. Hopefully people don't go down that road.
Yeah.
Oh wow, I forgot I had a case topper.
Okay. I think it's okay right here, right? Yeah, you're good.
I think it's good. You're in the shot.
Oh wow, I didn't even know. Oh, it's a
Oh, it's a flyer.
huh.
Is he giving you a rundown of the game?
Yeah, a little bit. It says evasion. Some characters have the keyword evasion in their text box. Evasion is a payment power that reads, stun this character at the start of the recovery phase. This turn recover this character. Huh. Yeah, it's like a little rundown.
That's cool.
There's
we got Duckless in here. Hey buddy, you there?
Yeah. Hey, what's up?
Hey man, thank you for jumping on.
Yeah, no problem.
Okay, so we're getting in this. Walk us through here. Tell us a little bit about what should we be expecting from this, because you've played, and obviously you know this way better than we do.
Yeah, well, it's been quite some time since I ripped open a box of this stuff. I think it's got to be like 20 years old now, somewhere around there, right?
Yeah,
something like that. Anyways, I was a teenager when they came out, but pretty sure you should get a foil per pack. And then as far as the actual rarities, there's different rarities of the cards. If I'm remembering correctly, I think they were indicated by the coloring of the card number. So
yes,
you'll have your more rare cards are going to be like almost a gold foil on the card numbering, and I think it's like silver and lower for the remainder. But yeah, very cool cards. A lot of really good art on these. A lot of characters, different character selections. Really great set.
I mean, also too, like Speed Demon A. So if you're collecting that character, that's already a really good piece of art for Speed Demon, who never comes up. But you also can notice that the artist's name
Yep.
is indicated on the card, which is amazing. I've dug for all of these arts for Surfer over the years. It's pretty amazing to see all this stuff. So Daredevil Born Again, we got some Kingpin action.
See,
Hired
and
Goons.
just like Fausto was saying earlier, so this has Kingpin on it, but it says hired goons. So that's kind of a pain.
Impossible.
Yeah, it is a pain in the butt.
Oh,
Yeah, and
what's
there's a
that?
lot of like team up cards, so to speak, in Versus system in general, where there's multiple characters on one card. That happens frequently.
Well, is that signed?
No, it says Slinger, we're here, and then it has because each of them have like a little quote. I don't know if it's quote from the comic or
No, it's like a Magic the Gathering kind of quote at the bottom, like Pokemon as well.
okay.
So it's like a in context character quote, but I've never seen a card with that on there.
Yeah, some of the characters have like a unique flavor text on the bottom that comes up in a few different sets with a few different
Beetle.
characters.
Oh, that's pretty cool. Yeah, there he is. Hermit.
Before we send this about 20
This
years
set,
old.
yeah. So this is 2007, if I'm not mistaken.
This says
Or
2004.
four.
Yeah, 2004.
Four.
And this
The second
these-
series was 07.
Yeah, and these have this where it says set content includes 55 common cards, 55 uncommon cards, and says 13 out of 1, and 55 rare cards, which are 1/1. So I think you get a rare card a pack, and then you get one in every 13 packs uncommon. I'm not sure.
That's pretty tough. Making Story. Reed and Sue.
So
We
here
get our
is
first-
one of the
oh, wow.
foils.
That's Punisher, right?
No, I think it's Sandman.
And Sandman?
Punisher,
Sandman and
Sandman.
I don't know who that guy is.
Neither, but it's by Ariel Olivetti.
Oh, damn. Yeah, that's right. That's his style. Look at that.
He did the pack art for the Green Goblin on this too.
Ah. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool.
I'm gonna sleeve these.
I don't know what it is. I've always liked this set. I always like these cards. I always think they look good.
There you go. Julia Carpenter, Spider Woman.
She looks great. That's a great piece of art. I like that.
Now I don't think Alex Ross did do cards, but I don't know if I don't think he did in this set. I think Olivetti's probably the big artist in this set. I think.
Well, Alex Ross did the UD Employees exclusive Spider-Man extended art card.
Okay.
And I can show you a picture of that. There should be some on eBay. But that does exist. I was thinking about buying one a long time ago because it's a good card. I don't know how rare it is, but it's a good card. Scarlet Spider. Man,
Yeah,
that's
those
a gnarly
extended
Green
arts are
Goblin.
tricky because some of them were released as promotional cards that were given out during the pro circuit. So some of them are much more rare than others.
Yeah, by the way, F my life because there's one called the B Team and I can't find that stupid card and that's the last one I need to complete like my Versus System Silver Surfer collection. Literally, I cannot find that card anywhere, and I think it's one of those tournament ones. Prowler, yes. I mean, you guys don't know this. I'm a huge fan of the Prowler. I've always have been. It's a very cool card.
And these just don't have anything on the back. It just blank. It says Versus System. That's pretty much it. So no fear.
Daredevil.
Dusk.
Cool.
But by Olivetti. So
He did a lot of work here.
yeah. Boomerang.
Boomerang.
Hornet.
So cool.
Was it
So what was your
Oscorp?
deck of choice?
I played a lot of different stuff. It was usually just whatever was best at the time. There was a a pretty fun one early on that was an infinite deck with when they introduced DC into the game, and it
Oh, yeah.
used Dr. Light and GCPD police officers to basically create infinite combos, and you just win the game. So they quickly banned the combo after the first tournament it debuted at, which I believe, if I'm remembering correctly, was like Indianapolis. It was a 10K tournament down in Indy, I think.
You were like in this. That's amazing.
Yeah, yeah. It was a lot of fun. The game plays similarly to Magic, kind of, and was actually a really well developed game. Had great mechanics, but unfortunately, they killed their own game off. They got a little ambitious with their prize structure. They had $1 million pro circuit at the beginning, so throughout 1 year, they would give away $1 million in prizes through various tournaments. There were small tournaments called Pro Circuit Qualifiers where you could win about $250. Medium level tournaments that had 10K in prizing to, I think it was like the top 8 or 10 places. And then they would culminate everything with the actual Pro Circuit or the big tournament at the end. I think it was a 40K prize pool on that one. So they gave away quite a lot of money, and then in addition, they were paying for all these IPs. And once they brought DC on as well, they basically crumbled under all of the finances, and the game died.
That's fascinating. I was always wondering why it kind of went kaput, because it feels like they put a lot of money into it, and obviously they put too much money into it and lost out. Wow.
Yeah, that was the thought process at the time. Of course, I don't, who knows, if you ask the right people, they might tell you a different story, but that was the impression we all had at the time when it died. And the cool thing about it was after it died, you could get all this product for pennies on the dollar. I mean, you could buy booster boxes for $15.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yep. It was a great time.
Yeah. Great time. I remember that. I remember it being so low, but I was chasing expensive things, so even $15 was a blow. But I remember seeing a lot of this stuff like dirt cheap and kind of ignored, unfortunately. That's pretty cool.
There's the Mojo. There's Mojoverse.
Mojoverse. Is that long shot doing the balancing act?
Yep. Right
Ah.
there.
Again, so is most of this just comic art that they ported over?
No, I'm not sure. I know some of it is original.
A lot of it's original. So I think 100% of it's original, because whenever you list an artist there, unless it's from a book, which I don't think most of it is.
I don't think it
I think
is.
a lot of these. I don't think it is. I think a lot of this is original. I don't
Just
know.
from
if
looking
it
at the
continues that.
Mojo, it looked like such a finished scene on the Mojo card that's what struck me about it.
It's definitely self-contained. So whenever I look at cards and I think to myself, like, is this original art to the card or is this pulled from somewhere? That's framed very much for a square. I'd be very surprised if that's a panel. You know what I mean? Like, usually when you see splash pages and stuff like that, you got to see some kind of dialogue, some kind of carryover, some kind of breakup in the image. I've looked at these and I've always thought to myself, I think all of these are all self-contained with the aspect ratio of that 4x3 in mind. Everything kind of fits in there. It seems original to me. I could be wrong though, obviously.
If it's not original, it's nice to have the artist at least. So, I mean,
Yeah, that's true. 100%. That's a great lizard.
it's one thing that is nice. I mean, it's nice quality too. I mean, it's a nice part about it. Here's one.
Nice.
Oh, nice foil.
Yeah. The foil's selected too, which is really nice. You know what I mean? Like there's some elements that are not foiled, some elements
Yep.
that are.
Now I don't know if the whole like every base card has a foil. I'm not 100% sure how that works.
There's a checklist out there that's pretty like detailed. But I don't think every card has a foil. Most of mine do.
If I'm remembering correctly, I believe they do have a foil version of every card. I could be wrong.
Yeah,
Again, I'm
don't say that
20
stuff.
years older now, but
Don't tell me that, because that's going to give me a heart attack. Because
Oh wow, we pulled Silver Surfer.
Dude, I was on Whatnot and someone laid that joke out, and I didn't even recognize the username. I was like, okay, this has gotten out of hand now. It's a good Iceman, though.
It's by Olivetti too.
That's another Olivetti.
That's a
Cool
very
customer.
good Iceman.
That's pretty fun.
Yeah. And eventually, when we start seeing repetitive, I'll go a little faster. My wife's cooking dinner and it smells good. I didn't know that there was. I honestly had no idea there was like mutants and stuff in this set.
I had no idea either.
Oh, that's a cool one.
Yeah. Crushing blow.
You got to pump up Craven, for the new movie. $1 million
Craven-
over here.
Craven's having a way too good of a time with Spider-Man, dude. That hand position, that's too
Yeah.
on the nose. Might be too
So
serious there.
There's good old Hammerhead. That's cool though. It's like he killed somebody.
Little crime scene,
Yeah.
little FF action here with Thing.
And they have so many subsets. They got X-Men, they got Avengers, they got Fantastic Four.
Yeah.
Like you said, they have
Heroes.
Galactus. Yep.
They did a lot of characters. I mean, there's a pretty good range of characters in here. So if you are a character collector, I'm pretty sure your characters was at least featured once in this. I really hope.
so that one's a good example of a foil card. It's just like I believe a common card that you've already pulled earlier, but this is the foil version.
Okay.
Yeah. So again, could be remembering wrong, but I do believe that there is a foil version of every card.
Okay.
That's depressing.
And one thing I'll tell you is that these things are so hard to find in good condition. I've noticed because they were so plagued. I've noticed that they're extremely hard to find in good condition.
Yeah, so I was talking to two things. I was talking to Johnny, who, if you guys don't know, is Wolverine collector, amazing Marvel collector on Instagram. 07 in particular, and all of them are just miserable to get in good condition. The hollow scratch is easy on coming out of the pack, even though everything looks pretty centered. There are scratches and things on the card that are a bit of a pain to do. In terms of Matt's earlier concern about like whether it's all original or not, when they go to 07, 08, it starts becoming half original, half not original. It feels like, because I have this card here that's a Joe Jusko Surfer, but this was not made for the card. This was his first Surfer cover, but it's on a Versus system.
Okay.
And it's the later years. So I think the earlier years, like 2004 and stuff, was like 90% original, and then it starts lessening over the years. Either way, another awesome thing to do, which I started doing with these, is when you go to conventions, show these to the artists and get them to sign them. It's been really fun. I've been doing it. I got Randy Green to sign this one.
Nice.
And
So I
it's
believe
really fun. And
I
cheap.
believe that's Doom. I believe so. I could be wrong, but it looks like it. It's a green cloak and everything.
That's cool.
So if you're, Doom collector, there you go. Free.
There you go.
Sonic gun, that's cool. It looks like the black suit. Yeah, it looks like it's taken. So it must be Peter Parker, I think.
He's probably helping Peter.
Yeah, that's what it looks like.
That's cool. That's a deep cut.
Yeah. A Feral Hunter. Hey, by Brian Stelfreeze, though.
Another mastermind. What up, Justin?
Hey, how's it going?
Hey, buddy.
I didn't know if y'all were still live. I just saw your message.
Awesome. I'm so glad you came.
Yeah, absolutely. What y'all got going on?
I'm trapped in Sketch Hard logo prison
Oh,
here.
shoot. I got it. You're free. We are opening a box of first edition Versus System Web of Spider-Man.
Oh, that's cool.
So William was surprising me. Apparently, he had bought this box. He got it for a good price. He was like, "Hey, we should open it." But he was going to surprise me on the channel, and coincidentally, I posted the Silver Surfer VS system, and he was like, "I was just going to surprise you with the box." So that's what we're doing here now, going through
That's
it.
too cool.
And he pulls another Surfer. There you go.
Yeah.
Yep, there you go.
You haven't pulled one Surfer, and he's in here. This is garbage. Okay, how
We
many
got quite a
packs you got
bit.
left?
Oh, we
Okay.
got not even half.
They
they're
give you
not
some
even
good
halfway
cards,
through the
man.
box
So I'm sure you've already covered this. When you say first edition box, what does that mean other than what it, it's like? Is it the actual first ever Versus box?
So, like Pokemon, Magic, all that kind of stuff, it's like a TCG rendition of first edition. So this is the first time they're coming out with these cards in a box, and it's the first run of them, right? The first edition run of these cards. They did it with Pokemon first edition base. That's very popular kind of thing. Some of the Versus System boxes only had a first edition because they only printed so many. Some of them have a second edition, and some of them even have foreign cards, which has been the pretty crazy revelation that has been a recent revelation of mine. But I think, if I'm not wrong, the Web of Spider-Man was the first set for Versus System.
Oh, I don't know.
I have no clue, honestly.
Douglas will know.
I don't think so.
Yeah.
I think it was
Okay.
the second, if I'm remembering right. But I'll look into it and try to figure that out while we're here.
Yeah.
You don't. I don't want to give you work, brother. It's what it's. People at home can do some research. We are just having fun opening a box, so no pressure.
I've had trouble figuring that out. So I, like on the research side of things, like I've looked before and I was like, oh, I don't know.
Yeah, I remember us talking about this. Oh, I love this card.
There you go.
There you go. You come on. It's our first Spidey hit.
There we go. I have that one. Yeah.
That's a great one.
I'm pretty sure I've opened a couple of boxes of this in the past. Didn't
I
you?
feel like
and
I've
Gingy-
seen you open this.
You and Gingy, I think, did a video,
We did. Long time ago.
but I can't remember if it was this box that y'all focused.
We were
in
trying
on.
to break down because people were looking at cards and kind of just trying to have different segments like we all were back in the day of just showing people different things. People things that people haven't thought of yet, people that, wanted to collect Marvel, but were trying to look for a price point, but also something interesting to the hobby.
Mhm.
And this is technically the first time we get a first edition stamp on any kind of Marvel card. So
That's cool.
it's always been something of interest to me. Plus a lot of original art. The artist is indicated on the card. There's fun quotes in there, and there's a playability factor too. So
It's
I'll
you
add
know,
our feature.
There you go.
Dustin.
So I quickly looked at it, and I'm fairly certain the first set was called Marvel Origins. And there's actually some booster
That-
boxes of it up on eBay right now if anybody wants to take a look at what that looks like. But that would be the first set, as I recall. And
Yes.
for Justin, there's a nice little tin of that set, I believe, that has a Spider-Man on the front. So you may want to look into that.
That's awesome. That's a good. There it is.
And I know on that Marvel Origins box, it has Wolverine and Hulk on it, and it's Bill Sienkiewicz. It's the one you showed that has the
Yep.
Wolverine.
This art. Has this art on the poster.
Here you go. Here's the mutant.
That's actually really great.
Nice Shadow Cat. I need to sleep.
So how's the surface look on those hollows?
Not bad actually.
Because
not
Johnny
bad.
and I were having a miserable time trying to get 10s on our characters.
Yeah, I think that's gonna be the issue too, is because especially it's a complete like black border. Like that's kind of another problem too, is even come out straight out of the pack. It's gonna be the main issue is complete black border, and there's really nothing on the back because you could even see like right here, right where.
You getting some edging or corners?
Yeah, you get some corner issues right here. This is just straight out of the pack too. Yeah.
Those rounded corners, man.
So if someone coming from the Magic the Gathering space and said, you know what, I have no interest in the trading cards for Marvel, but I'd like to know about any other Marvel TCGs, is this where you would send them first?
Honestly, I would, just because this is you had Overpower, but this is like the first. If they want to start collecting TCG and original art, this is I think the way you should go.
And Overpower did have original art to it. It definitely did. It's a different taste for people because it's a very nostalgic kind of artwork, right? That's a good one, man. I forget what that Spider-Man looks like. Shit. Silvermane. Man, you don't see Silvermane anywhere, man. That's just so cool to see a card of him. I like looking at versus system. I think it's a deep dive. I think your character appears in a lot of different contexts, and I think there's a lot of different characters to choose from. You can play with the cards, and they're affordable. So if you're coming in here and you're like, I like the TCG look, that's so sick as a foil. Halloween. Okay, wait. I just want to point this out. It's All Hallows Eve, and we got a creepy holographic card from William. Very nice. Happy Hallows Eve, everybody. That's amazing.
That's why the Ray of Monsters is here too.
Right there. Right there for everybody. I like it. I always like it. Go to Category 1 games, TCG Player, eBay. They're affordable. They're nice looking. Tough to grade, so if you want the extra challenge.
What Silverface just said is what I remember from your video with Gingy. I couldn't remember it. I knew it was something. But that's the information.
Thank you. I have a terrible memory, so everybody has to remind me of things I say all the time. So that is true. So I really appreciate that. That's right. Standard edition is different than first edition.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know, did I tell you, Justin, there's foreign versions of these cards?
I think you mentioned it a few minutes ago.
I just mentioned. Okay. Yeah. Sorry. I just want to make sure I told you because my mind's still blown by it. I just can't believe they printed that many of them. You know what I mean?
There is a Magic, and there is original art for that Magic.
Have you contacted the artist and gone that route?
I've seen it. It's not very good. The card itself doesn't look great at all. The original art is just pencils, and it looks better. You can see what it is. Her playability. She's opening up a portal, and the portal, when you see through the portal, is actually the X Mansion. It just doesn't show up well in the card.
That's cool though.
It is cool.
Yeah. That's cool. It's funny how I'm seeing like some sectors of repeats.
Yeah.
And then like 2 or 3 cards are completely new to me.
Yeah.
That's dope.
It feels like the other pack.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, here you go. Well, if you're a Magneto character collector, there you go.
That's pretty cool.
Typically,
Oh,
when you
man.
open a booster box of these, you end up with a lot of duplicates of the common cards, unfortunately.
That's good to know, though. Oh,
Oh,
trapped. Yes. Yes. A Herald of Galactus in foil. Look at that. That's dope. That looks real good. Real good. That's awesome.
I was gonna get the box of the Heralds and open it. Problem is, those boxes are like almost like $300.
Wow.
Yeah. I don't know what happened there. So someone doesn't like me at all.
Mhm.
I think some boxes, and I could be wrong. I feel like they're just printed less of because it was like towards the end.
That's
I
what
don't
I'm
know.
wondering.
I have no idea. I feel like that's what happens.
That is definitely the case, yes.
Okay.
Yeah, as the game got further along, they started printing less and less. It was harder to find product. And unfortunately, some of the later sets, when the game was dying, were extremely hard to find. Even at the time they released, much less, all this time
Oh
later.
wow!
Oh, here you go.
Oh, there you go.
That's
Doom,
a cool one.
right in there. That's actually a really good one.
They got location Manipur or Madripoor.
That's cool. We just saw that in the MCU too. That's pretty
Yeah.
awesome.
There's a really nice 7-cost Spider-Man in the set too. I believe it's one of the rare cards, but it's got a real nice image on it. Hopefully you pull it.
Oh, that'd be cool. I like the Sinister Six foil you just got. That looks amazing.
Yeah.
That looks really good.
Yeah, that's nice. But you can see right here.
Yeah, the whitening.
Yeah, there's a little bit
The
edging.
chipping.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh,
It's a nice one.
that's a great one.
I gotta start pumping up Craven so I can sell my Craven cards.
No kidding. Craven's the character to collect, everybody.
Yep.
Hey,
yep.
Jake's here. Hey, Jake. Soberface, what's up, buddy? Hey, Perna's here too. What's up, my friend?
Yeah, Ghost Rider's not the character to collect, so you could start getting rid of those. I'll take them off your
There's the
hands.
system.
I was on mute. Here's a 2007 Magic.
Oh, let's see it. Hey, that's not bad. Oh,
Oh, yeah,
yeah,
this
the
is-
portal's completely.
Oh no, this is a different one. The other one
Oh, okay.
is actually sorry, it's from Legendary. The one I was
Oh,
thinking of.
okay.
I see what you're saying. Yeah, yeah.
Can't really see the X Mansion down there.
No, you can't.
It's dropped. But there were 3 cards in the Legendary.
Legendary's nice.
Yes.
Cool. It's pretty cool.
It's a nice one.
Saga. I like that style. Oh, Madam Web foil.
Best movie ever.
Dude, you read my mind. I was about to say best movie ever.
That one really
I do
was
not
a
want that on
painful
record.
watch, wasn't it?
That's a terrible movie. It's a terrible
Yes.
movie. I don't want that to be a soundbite. I hate that movie. Please don't ever.
But what about Recharge?
Oh, recharge.
Recharge, yeah.
Damn. That's actually a great recharge. How long did that last for? I wonder. Because I only had like 3
there's
or
for-
4 surfer cards.
For Magic, for 2002, there was 2 versions of hers. But I don't know how many other ones there were.
No, I feel like that's exactly what I have for Surfer too. I'm looking now, but I feel like that's exactly what I had for Surfer. Yeah, I think that's exactly what I had for Surfer.
And I'd like to find some fun international stuff like that.
Oh, where'd you pull that from?
eBay.
That looks good.
I don't even know what to call it, to be honest with you. That's
I
cool.
get that.
That one might be Kaio. Or there's a couple of them.
Ah, the Kaio stuff. I haven't seen a server yet.
That does actually sound familiar.
Kaio.
Almost looked like a Weiss Schwartz card. I don't know if
Yeah.
they made Marvel cards, but that's
I can't even. I don't even know how to tell you if it's officially licensed, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I can't tell the difference. I can never tell, like, because some foreign cards just look so custom, but then I find out they're official, and I'm like, well, do I spend the $10? I like Manny Wolf. That's pretty
Man,
cool.
that's so cool. Olivetti
That's a
too.
great piece.
Nice.
Oh
That's
man,
neat.
look at that. This is a Marvel TCG episode. This is great. That looks awesome. I like it. That's sick.
Yeah, there's a character. I mean, if you're a character collector, there's so many things you can do. You can do TCG. You can do playing cards, stickers, everything.
Playing cards are really fun.
There sometimes like hero clicks come with cards,
Yeah.
and you can pick up those.
Yeah, I'm being really cheap. I don't want to buy them yet for Surfer. I'm being really cheap, but they're like $20-$30 each, and I'm kind of like, do I want to do that? I don't know. Because Matt was talking about it. That Black Cat's one of the best Black Cats.
Adam
So good.
Hughes.
Is that the same one for Masterpieces? Is that one of the images for Masterpieces?
I believe so.
Yeah.
No,
Yes.
that's 04. Maybe it looks familiar.
No, she's in Masterpieces in 07 or 08. I don't remember which one.
Yeah. I gotta look.
Here's an example of like the hero clicks.
Oh yeah. So they're card size, right?
Oh yeah,
Ah.
they qualify.
Ooh, costume change.
It's a cool one.
Mm-hmm.
That's a good one.
I like that one. That's the box art, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, the pack art.
Right.
Yeah.
Or pack art.
Damn, Justin. Good one.
I
Speed
haven't,
Demon. I was hoping for a foil Speed Demon. That's a good art. I like that one.
I have not seen a ton of art for these cards out there.
Yeah, I wonder if it's like Magic where they're like extremely like
Pretty cool.
expensive, or
Yeah.
just they just keep
In
them.
collections,
Yeah.
What,
Daredevil.
these things?
Yeah. Like I've
I'm
got
sure we-
Overpower, I've got Legendary, I haven't come across any verses.
So, yeah. I'm sure they're hiding somewhere. I-
So,
Yeah. Some of this stuff you
Yeah.
have to more stumble upon than find. You know, like going out to look for it.
yeah, because I bet you some of the stuff's probably mislabeled or
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Especially like that foreign
I think
stuff. I just came across it somehow.
yeah.
Sometimes some of this artwork is just like thrown into storage by the artists, and they like, because I've had so many conversations with people now looking at versus system art where they're like, that might be in like my storage unit or something like that, and like, you know, I have to
That's
like be like, I'll pay you extra to go look.
Justin, do you use TCDB?
Yes, I have, but I do have some stuff that's not on there that I really need to add to their site.
Hey, foil surfer right here.
Did you find some of that on TCB?
That's where I got a hint of it, I think, and then I was able to search on eBay under like Caillou, and there's one other name. I think it's like Camon, Camon, maybe.
And that may have been the path that I got to it as well. You know, you get in those I don't know what to call it for everybody else, but for me it's like an ADHD hyper focus, and you're like 4 hours, 5 hours later, you're like, holy smokes. I went in this long deep dive of stuff, you know, looking with hyper focus, and It's probably the path I got there.
Then your eyes hurt after a while because you do it for so long.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. I have a lot of things in here that I keep having trouble pinpointing down that I just have to go by year because I can't find a company, or sometimes what's the really crazy parts with the playing cards or the TCG things,
Mhm.
that someone drew Superman by accident and was like, "No, it's Mr. Fantastic. I'll put a 4 in the back and compensate." And sometimes,
Okay.
it's just not around. I've used Beckett to find some things, funny enough,
Mhm.
because I think a lot of people were grading Marvel with Beckett early years, so their
Yeah.
list is pretty strong. CGC has a good list now, but it's tough, man. Like my character, like the Surfer database thing that I have it's detailed, but there are still some things I cannot figure out for the life of me. That's that moment where you're on eBay and you're looking at it and you're like, okay, it's $20. I don't know if it's real. I've never seen it before. Is
Yeah.
this something I spent? That's the first time I've seen Surfer on this card. And you're like, best offer at 12, me? And they're like, yeah.
Or you put the offer in, they knock it, they decline it, then it's like,
Yeah.
I need it really bad. So I'm just
Fine,
gonna pay full
whatever.
price. You know?
I hate that. I hate that they're on the other side. It's like, "Pff, what a desperate
Yep.
buying this on that. Like, whatever, man. That's new. We haven't seen that yet, right?
Yep. Nope.
Huh. Man, it is tough. You do not see all the cards here.
No.
We're down what, to like 7 packs?
Cardiac.
No.
5 packs. I was hoping to get one of these. So I hope.
That's so cool. That's
Very
a good
cool
piece of art
movements.
for that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that actually looks really good.
Yeah, I was hoping to get one of those.
That's awesome. That's the first one we've gotten too, right?
Yep. Yeah, it's the first one. We still haven't hit Surfer yet.
I think we haven't hit a few actually.
Yeah, there's.
It's been a fun ride though to see it all.
I was just looking up that, trying to dig for the for this one to find what it was called, and I went down a little rabbit hole myself, and I found a Danny card I didn't know existed.
Oh wow, that's awesome! I love that.
Yes.
So,
That's amazing.
That
Like Matt's
is so
checking
cool.
out. You can see Matt's like credit card information goes here.
yeah, right, exactly.
That's
Oh, that's a good foil to get.
Matt. When you have as much as you already have of Danny, what is it like for you when you find something like that?
Oh, it's really cool. I mean, and this is a sort of weird one too, because it's what is the set actually called?
Mhm.
Let me see if I can find the original. But it's basically this little TCG where they've got these like almost like combination between like chibi and almost like little miniatures, not like Funko, but if they were rounded. And I've got one of the character card, but then I found a promo card for New Mutants that has her as one of the pieces of it. So
Is it?
That's cool.
It's not Superhero Squad, is it?
yes, I think that is exactly what it
Yep.
is.
Superhero Squad also has the artists, and the art is
Yes.
out there.
Yes. And a
So
lot of
do
it's
check that
original.
out.
And yeah, I was gonna.
Yes.
I was going to get a box of that, but it's extremely hard to find.
Yes.
There are
I actually am
TCG.
missing. Yeah, I'm missing Surfer cards from that set. I have a lot of ones,
The Punisher.
but they're tough. Oh wow, that's the first time we've seen Punisher too.
Yeah.
That's awesome, Matt. That's sick.
Just very weird. I'm like, all this talk about searching, why not? Right while I'm sitting there.
Why not?
Firestar. It's kinda cool.
Oh. Okay, that's awesome.
Who is that?
Firestar.
Firestar.
Like classic Firestar, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool.
Actually, it looks really cool. Jackal.
Daredevil. Craven. 3 packs left. No surfer yet.
I think I saw.
Forrest.
I think I saw Tony Perna here earlier. I don't know if he's still here.
Yes.
But he actually sent me a bunch of the first edition Spider-Mans recently. So thank you
What?
thank you to Tony.
Oh,
He's a gem,
That's
especially
really
the
nice.
Wolverine versus Spider-Man. I really like that
I
one.
see that. Damn, that looks good.
Yeah, I like that
Nice.
one. He's very
Has a
kind.
good collection, man. Deep
Mhm.
collection. Aunt May for the first time. That's awesome. Perna's the best.
It's a cool card.
Iconic moment.
Yep. Yeah, like I said, I don't know how hard these things are going to degrade. It'll be interesting because I don't know, I might eventually grade them. I haven't decided yet. I got so much stuff here that I can grade, but it takes so long to do it.
The process, for sure.
What's up, Card Collector Show?
Ew.
Anybody going to open any Infinity Trilogy? The
I wish. I tried to order a case of that and missed out.
Oh, did you really?
Yeah, I mean, not at the David Adams and Steel City price, like
Yeah.
Right.
at a different price.
You
I know I can go get
higher
it.
price.
Yeah, and it's. I guess maybe I shouldn't think that way. It's not. It's not a terrible price. It's like $1,500 for 16 boxes.
There's Nightcrawler.
That's actually great. Nightcrawler. You don't get a lot of Nightcrawler. That's not a bad price. Yeah. I have to. Oh, Venom. First Venom, too.
All of Eddie's Venom. Yep.
And
That's great.
and the masterpiece is Venom.
Yep.
Oh, that's right. That's right. That's right.
Yeah, so you get stuff like that volcanic base.
Yeah, if anybody has an Infinity Trinity box they want to pop on and open,
Yeah.
you are welcome to join. We'll go on a little bit longer for one of those boxes.
I definitely want to see
But-
what the Adam Warlock looks like for sure.
Why are you bringing up stuff like that, card collector? Why you gotta hurt me? So, send me a picture.
Fausto, I think
What
I
is-
bought.
Yeah.
I think I bought the Herald's. Like it was an already open loose box, and when I got it, it smelled like it was nasty, and I threw it all away.
That's amazing.
Oh, so bad.
Yeah.
Like
That's pretty great.
honestly, it smelled like it came somewhere that was roach infested. Like I didn't want to bring it out of my garage and into my house, so I
No.
threw it away.
No. You burn that.
Mhm.
Oh, whoa, what's that?
Armored
Armored
spider
spider.
suit.
Oh, cool.
That's cool. All right, that'd be fun. That'd be fun. All right, we can keep going. We'll do something tomorrow. Yeah, it's release day. Why is
Tomorrow's
this
Halloween. You gotta have a
Yeah.
Halloween party.
Oh, we should have a Halloween party.
I kind of wanted to go live last night, and I was gonna do like a Halloween theme show. I was gonna have like Jason with a knife, like stabbing the Marvel card logo, and just say like, "Marvel cards scare me," and talk about all the things that scare me right now about Marvel cards with all the changes. But I didn't have the energy to do it.
That's the extreme part of your Marvel YouTube brain. I get
Yeah.
that once in a while. It's like
Uh,
this content, and you're like, maybe that's too extreme of content. I'm like,
Well,
I don't know.
like I'm scared of tops. I'm scared of just
Yeah.
all the changes there. I'm scared of Magic the Gathering, Marvel, and what all that's going to mean and require of us, from a collecting standpoint. Scared to not have masterpieces in metal and Fleer Ultra Marvel moving forward. I don't know. It's just because it's a scary time in a lot of ways in the hobby with all the changes. And so that was going to be like the theme of the show.
That's actually a really good theme of a show.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's actually been freaking me out too. Funny, not to make this like a Marvel card support group. But it really is kind of scary. It really
Yeah.
is scary because I've been looking at my cards, I've been going through cards because I was trying to raise money to buy something, so hopefully it works out. But I've been sorting through things, thinking about the Silver Surfer collection and like how I'm capping it because I'm not gonna keep going with tops. I just don't want to do it. It's not something I want to do. Not that nothing's wrong with tops and collecting it, but as a character collector, the amount of parallels with platinum kind of like shook me a little bit from my own collecting standpoint. I think it's bringing more character collectors into the market, and I'm so happy that it exists, and I'm super glad. But I've been doing this for so long now that my collection from where I'm standing, I'm very happy with it. You know what I mean? So to add to it, I'm thinking of it in a different way. But yeah, there is definitely a different like mentality when I'm looking at these sets that have come out. And I think, just topically thinking about Fleer Ultra Midnight Suns, you know what I mean? Or just thinking about like a metal set and just thinking like how great all those sets thematically are connected and how wonderful they are. To think that's just not going to happen anymore is kind of heartbreaking. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean it's sad. I mean, like, I don't know. I've looked at like the Ghost Rider for the Topps Chrome, for example, and my biggest issue with it is it's the digital card that Topps uses. Like it's not like original art. It's nothing. And somebody has the 101 on eBay now for $45,000. I ain't paying no $45,000 for a card.
I love how all of us, when there's a price that's insane, we're like, I guess so ghetto. We're like, I ain't paying that. You know what I mean? I love that. So I guess I do it too in my head. I'm like, I'm not paying that, even though I paid dumb prices for things already. But like, I do it too. Yeah, I do it too. That's pretty funny. Yeah, I actually saw something on Spidey Hits Discord, funny enough, where they were finding the original where the Hulk was used that has the mechanical bodysuit.
Yeah.
In that card, and they realized it was from a toy company, and because it had a giant poster of it, and I was like, man, they're just pulling this stuff from everywhere, which it's just a different way of doing it. Different art shows up different ways. It's not trash talking, but it is going to take some time getting used to how different card companies approach the cards. You know what I mean? And it'll be different from set to set too, I'm sure.
Well,
you know what I mean?
For me, the scary part is the unknown. Right now we have the UK release, and it's just the Chrome, overlay, Chrome Sapphire. Like, yeah, if it's only going to be that, the decision's actually not scary. It's like, yeah, I'm just not going to do it. But not knowing what is the US release going to be like, what type of how frequent we're going to get it, what's going to be the mix of the makeup of the boxes. Will I be able to get something at Walmart or Target? I don't know. Like, it's that unknown part of it that is the scary part because I don't know how it's going to happen moving forward.
I did see a Magic the Gathering video done by something community college. What's the guy's name? Long hair, wears a suit.
Yeah,
pretty popular.
I watched the video of his too.
Was it the Secret Lair Marvel drop thing? He just dropped it like a couple days ago, whatever. It kind of broke it down on what all the cards look like and kind of like their playability.
No, it was something else.
It was good.
It was good.
Find you guys a link.
We're probably talking about the same thing, and I'm just not remembering.
I think we are. I think we are. He's being sarcastic and stuff because he's obviously weathered because he's been seeing a lot of different Secret Lair drops. Oh, I was going to ask you if you got it in.
Yeah.
All right, so break it down for me. How you loving it?
Well, look, it's there's no way around it. I'm gonna pull it out of the sleeve. It's a great looking card. The way just as a fan of Marvel trading cards, if you're a Doctor Strange collector, the art is fantastic, right? If you're a trading card collector, obviously the negative could be that you have the words and all that on it, but I think it's a beautiful card.
I love it.
But to me, I just love that it says promo at the bottom 0002. I think that's fun.
That's beautiful.
yeah, I would love to add to the binder and chase some cool Spideys of Magic cards, even if I don't fully get into the playing aspect of it. I think that's fun, and it looks like we're gonna get a lot of that. So I don't know that I have to be too scared about that. I think this just not knowing how to collect these type of cards because they're not true trading cards, they're TCGs. That part's
Yeah.
going to be foreign and new to me.
I think one of the biggest things though, like I think it's going to be printed so much that I don't think it's going to be too much of an issue to get. It shouldn't be. Like, you know, like not the secret layer job. But I think
Yeah, but say that's not what they're saying about Secret Layer that happens on the 4th. So
yeah, I think like the full like set itself. I think I think I think that there's going to be whole decks and whole sets, and I think they'll be easier to get because, you know, Wizards of the Coast, I mean, they have it at Walmarts and they have it at Targets, and I think it'd be a lot easier to get than, you know, the Upper Deck product, which would be nice.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. How you feeling about it, Matt? What's your thoughts on all this stuff?
I'm reading Teen Titans again. No, I'm kidding.
Upper Deck DC.
Yeah,
I think DC.
I think Justin nailed it. You know, I'm in the wait and see camp.
Yeah.
You know, I'm keeping my expectations low, so I won't be disappointed. But for what we've seen so far, with the second set just being a complete recast of the first one with just different foiling and different, like, no, doesn't interest me at all. But I am interested to see how the distribution works without e-packs. And you know, I've only heard secondhand. I've never seen it, but the whole thing where they've got certain breakers who are sort of like featured and sort of do that. So I don't know. We'll see.
Well, we saw today where Mama Breaks got an early look. You know, she was given a box. She was obviously given direction that she could not open it before Halloween, the 31st. But it feels like a day early, right? So that part doesn't bother me. What would bother me is if in the same frustrations we have with Dave and Adams or Steel City or your online distributors, where they get a significant portion of the physical boxes and are able to, you know, leak that out and create scarcity that's not necessarily there. If they do that through breakers, and now you're squeezing a ton of product through a pack at a time, like that would be really frustrating if that's the only way we can get some of this product.
Yeah.
Well, that's what Fanatics, and that's the issue, is Fanatics has said that they're going to breakers and stores, and the rumor for the longest time is that they were going to get rid of, I don't know if it's still in the works, but I know they talked about getting rid of retail. So like it would go straight to the stores and the breakers instead of like Walmart and Target and stuff. You will not be able to get it all. So if that does happen, that's gonna be almost like what Upper Deck does, which kind of stinks. Where, you know, you have to. I know it's different because you don't have to have a diamond membership and stuff like Upper Deck stores like they do, but I know Fanatics said that they want to go towards breakers and card shops,
which I don't care as long as they're not getting all the product.
Yeah,
if a breaker gets 4 cases, I don't care, because there are plenty of people who don't want to pay $100, $200, $500 a box. They'd rather pay $65 for an opportunity to hit their character, and that's reasonable. Whether you think it's gambling, it is. Well, that's not what I mean, but like some people would rather risk $65 than have to pay $500 and not be sure what they're going to get. Like that's just true. I just don't want to see all the
strategies for different folks. I agree. Different strategy for different folks, right? I've seen so many people spend money so vastly different than I would on cards. And, you know, it's not wrong. You know, it's however you choose to do it. You know, it's just whatever people's kind of opinions are and what they want to approach it as.
To your point, I had very little prepared strategy for the e-pack release of Masterpieces until I saw the price. And I was like, Yeah, like you may not say the price was reasonable, but relative to what box prices have been, to the fact that there were no digital cards, right? You're getting all physical. I was like, yeah, I need to do that. I don't need to like I'm not going to get this opportunity again, right? If
Yeah.
if Topps created a product that was as high end, that was low printed as masterpieces, it would be astronomical, right?
Yeah.
And so I was like, yeah, I'm going to do it, and I've really enjoyed it. I'm glad I did.
Yeah, I think a lot of people had fun with MM. I really do. I think achievements hit right too. I mean, it sold out. It sold out with how fast?
Had to be the easiest, best achievement ever.
Yeah,
Matt, would you agree?
For sure.
it's a good one.
Yeah, you got one
It's really
canvas
good
per
one.
box. There were a total of, is there a total of 20, 15 canvas? I can't remember how many, 12, whatever it is. It's not a lot.
Yeah,
And it created a great trade community aspect of it. And you got an unbelievable card, you know?
I saw a lot of people running for it, and it was a good. And here's the other thing too about the achievement, right? All the characters in the canvas, none of those were bad. Like,
No.
in all seriousness, like people can complain about Colossus or Black Widow, but I think those are some of my favorite ones, to
The
be
Black
honest.
Widow might be
And
the best art outside of Spidey.
Yeah.
But yeah,
outside, as crazy as that is, right?
Yeah.
Like, it was a really solid selection of cards you would get that were
Mhm.
at random. Because usually when you have that random stuff, you know, there's always like, I'm hoping for these top 3 or top 4 based on the price it took for the achievement. But yeah, I agree. I saw a lot of people having a good time. I didn't partake because you
Yeah.
know, Surfer is not a canvas, or you know, it just wasn't my in. But I saw people having a good time and getting great looking cards. Those canvases in hand, if you haven't seen them, the silver rainbow foil, they're stupid nice.
That's my big regret. I hit Wolverine and Hulk, and I traded them in my pursuit for the tier 4 cover variant chase. But had I seen one in hand to begin with, I
Yeah.
probably wouldn't have done it.
It's rough. They're really stupid nice. I remember being with Dan, and he was signing them and stuff like that earlier, whatever, you know, and then, you know, all that NDA stuff. But he was signing them and I don't know if I was there when he had one in hand. I feel like I was at one point, but not the initial thing. Because I remember Dan hitting me up and goes, "Okay, what pen do I use?" And I was like, "All right, cover art variant, you do gold, base, you do silver."
Right.
And I remember, you know, that being a conversation we all talked about, and how I had that with Dan, and you know, I was like, keep that variety there. But the canvas ones, he did the silver pen too. It's just a smart move. It just goes very well with the card, and it looks really good.
He showed them. That was the first time I saw them in someone's hand.
Yeah.
He showed them on the screen, and I was like, "Oh my gosh!" But I'd already traded them, and you know that's fine.
Yeah.
You know, you live and learn. But
They'll come back. There's a lot of them right now, and people are holding them close to the chest, but those will rotate in some way. You know, the bigger characters are tough. Wolverine will be tough, but
I had the auto, and it was decently centered of Wolverine. I'm sorry, the auto, the alpha is what I'm trying to say. The one of 25.
I think we're eventually going to see a dip in cards. I really do. I think
we're seeing it now for sure.
Yeah, you're seeing it now, and I think eventually, I think it's because people are not knowing that like what's going to happen is why that a lot of people aren't selling, or if they do, they're trying to sell at like a higher price. I think if you wait a little bit, I honestly think a lot of stuff will dip down. I really do.
I think we're gonna have this kind of like dip real quick, and I think it's happening sooner than later. And I'm excited for people to be able to just enjoy getting into some really great cards when it happens. There is something here that was said that I just want to say something real quick. Everyone wants pack pulled autos. Do you count achievement autos as pack pulled, or are they more aftermarket autos? Okay, so my opinion, because I like to hear the opinion of you guys as well. They are not aftermarket autos. The phrase pack pulled in my mind really translates to, okay, what are the odds that I can get this card, right? Achievements are the same way. What do I have to do to achieve this card? Aftermarket auto is more like I go to a convention, have the one-of-one with an artist, get them to sign the card, and then I take the card and go. So I think this 100% applies to like the pack pooled aspect of it, in my opinion. I'd love to hear what you guys think. Duckless, anyone. I keep calling him Duckless. But hopefully he's still there. I know we've had him.
If it's on the checklist, it's official. If
Yeah.
it's not
That's a
on the
good one.
checklist, then it's aftermarket.
That's a good one.
E-Pack is different in the sense that it would be like calling the Stanley Dual Auto from '98 aftermarket.
Yeah.
It was a redeemed. You didn't pull it out of the pack. You had to mail in cards, and then they mailed it to you. But it's very official, right? Like
Yeah, 100%. It is a checklist card. I think that's a way better way to say it.
The achievement aspect, I think, it just adds that layer of nuanced education that people who might show up years from now, thinking that they could open up some random box of masterpieces that may still be laying around and pull one, they'd have to learn that you never could pull one. You could have only ever achieved it, and you had less than a 72-hour window. Actually, they were achieved in probably less than 30 hours. Maybe, I don't know, maybe even faster than that.
It was
you had basically
fast.
a day and a night to have your chance at it. And so now you realize, like, holy crap, those are actually pretty special. And they're official and on the checklist.
Yeah, I agree. And that does bring up the other question. When you're doing checklists for your records or for your cataloging or anything like that, you need to go to E-Pack and you need to copy and paste all the information you see there. If you're serious about a set or a character, have this for your records. I don't think they'll take this stuff off their site once they move things around and licenses things and change, but I would 100%, if I was a collector, and I've already done it, you go to E-Pack, pull everything off that's viable. I think it'll be kept there in archive. I highly doubt they pull it off, but I do think you should have that information with you for sure.
I cross-check it and learn something new all the time.
Same. And also another, which you guys probably already know, that's not you three, obviously you three know, but if anybody in YouTube land's watching this, sometimes certain cards that do come in packs and stuff like that, they're not actually on a checklist. They're not on the checklist card. They're actually on the sell sheets or they're on the promo card. The QFX autos, 35 autos of every card, matte finish on the card. You actually don't know about those cards. You only know about those cards from the Wolverine promo QFX card. That's the only place you get that information from.
That's cool.
So to check all that stuff always.
By the way, I did not know that about QFX. I mean, I knew the autos existed.
Yeah,
I didn't realize that you wouldn't see it in the pack odds or on a checklist, that you would only see it on the promo. That's really cool.
Mm-hmm. That's where they tell you the actual number, and that's how we know it's 35 of each character.
I mean, and then Upper Deck does the secret stuff. Like, you don't even like the secret purely periodics from X-Men Metal, the secret animated Spider-Man cards, what do we have in Avengers Metal? We've got geodes of characters that were not on the checklist.
Yeah.
It's
a lot of inconsistencies on that stuff.
But it also speaks to why I think it's really helpful and useful for us to record box openings and have at least a visual record of the box being opened and seeing what happens so people can review it later.
Yeah, that's why I'm so glad William did the box for us today, which again, William, I just want to say thank you again for doing that with us, man. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
I love seeing that opened. Thank you.
So this is my sickness of character collecting. This is bad. This is like bad.
I love it.
This card, right? It's final form. I think it's the final host. It's a Celestial. This has nothing on it of Ghost Rider, period, at all. No text, no nothing. The reason I got this card is because the comic, the whole comic of the cover, it has Ghost Rider, which is Robbie Reyes, and Captain America in a card driving away of the dude's hands.
I'm going to vote you off the character collecting island. We can't have adjacent cards connected to comics.
I was just looking on eBay I was looking on Google Images and I saw that and I'm like, I've seen that card before. So I just picked the card up for like $1 and I was like, oh my God.
I think Matt was the one who pointed it out to me and ruined my life. But
Ruined your life. That's hilarious. Oh, is he back there? No, he isn't.
yep. I think
Alright, so
you pointed this out to me, Matt, and I died. He was like, "Hey, did you get the Nova card?" And I was like, "Why am I thinking of a Nova card?" Because it has Surfer Sun, and I was like, "Fine." So, it's real.
All right,
It's
so-
real.
So, question for you guys. All right, if your character is like on a card, like here in the back, you can see.
Yes!
For me, I don't have to rainbow this card. I only have to have one example of
Right.
a parallel
Yeah.
in the binder.
Right. If
Rookie.
we're making the rules,
I know, Matt.
I want to
I
hear
know
from
Matt
you. You're
doesn't.
not allowed to talk.
I know Matt doesn't have that rule, but
Matt should have that rule because he actually goes plates deep too, which is really sick.
a plate could be an example, but only one.
Yeah,
good one,
Matt
too.
doesn't agree.
Plates are safe though because if she's on the back, you don't need a plate.
Oh yeah, that's true. But
Oh,
I like it.
that's
Yeah.
clever. That's
The
pretty
back of the
clever.
card is a
That's
struggle.
sick, though.
There was one, she was in the background for Marvel Annual. So on some of them where they sort of glossed out the background with the foil, you didn't need to. Even though I know she's there, you can't.
Oh
Even though
man.
I know she's there.
That's like the Ghost Rider set from 92? So this is interesting. So I got the full set because I opened a box, and what's interesting is when I put my binder together, I put the full set. Well, I look on the back, and some of the cards have different images on the back. So what I did is I put the I put the whole thing on there, and then the cards that had them on the back, I just put them backwards and I put them on there to display my binder.
Wait a minute. So it's not okay. So what William's saying is that it's not a uniformed image that appears on the back of every card. They use different interiors of the issues on different backs.
Yep.
Wow.
So for example,
That's
you
deep.
got Zodiac, right? Which is he's
Right.
a Ghost Rider villain. So there's this, but on the back of it is a completely different
Yeah.
image. Which that does happen with the comic images Wolverine too. I know it does
Mhm.
happen with that. I think
It
it happens
does.
with the comic images Spider-Man one too. I think.
That's
Uh-huh.
also part of the problem with HeroClix, right? It might be a character on the front that doesn't have it, but on the back is a comic book that does have your character. And not a lot of people selling HeroClix put both sides of the card.
That's
Exactly.
true. Oh
Yeah.
gosh, I don't have to dig into that. Oh.
Mm,
Yeah.
I just want to quickly say thank you so much for coming on. No worries about dipping out. I felt bad taking you off. I did. I was checking in if
Oh,
you were
look.
there.
Douglas
You're the best.
Fausto's the king of dipping out.
He'll be right back.
I'll be right back.
On Christmas.
I'll be right back.
This is
He'll
his
be right
live
back
stream,
as soon as I grow
and
a
he could
beard.
leave at any minute.
What's that? I have to check something. Excuse me.
Yeah.
I do
Oh,
want to
there
give a
it
shout
is.
out. Yeah,
Ooh,
I want
there
to give
we
a
go.
shout out to Justin for this too.
Nice.
Oh man,
I got mine over there in a binder.
I hope you enjoy it.
Oh yeah, dude,
That's awesome.
I love this card. This card's so awesome.
Yeah, that makes me
That's
happy.
great.
I appreciate it a lot.
I'm. It's probably been 2.5 months since I've sketched. Not because I don't want to. It's just that's just been life. But
Yeah.
Yeah.
we'll get back to it.
Yeah.
Winter months, hopefully, slow down a little bit.
We gotta do some holiday specials. We'll have some fun. We'll do some things. There's
Oh.
things coming up.
Here,
Oh, you have a lot coming up.
Mhm.
You. Whoa. You got another box of 22?
Yeah, Masterpieces,
boy.
Beginnings, and Flair.
I actually like Beginnings. I'm
Oh,
in
I
love
gotta
with
show you
Beginnings.
something.
Beginnings is bad. For me, it's
Beginnings.
bad. For me, it's bad.
It's bad. You're effed.
Because
I'll be
Adam's
posting
in.
this.
So Adam's in volume 2. I haven't even touched
Mhm.
it yet.
Yeah, it's bad.
Did you
I
see me
saw
buy
that.
this?
I'm so mad at you. I'm so mad at you
It was an instant
because
purchase.
I know. I'm so mad at you because he offered it to me, and I
Oh,
was
no, he
gonna
didn't.
get it. Yes, he did. Because I bought. So actually, I should say a shout out. I didn't say anything
Tell
because
him
I
what
didn't
it
want to
is.
out his business. So it's the first appearance of Ultimate Fallout 4, which is where the first appearance of
Miles.
our boy Miles is.
Yeah,
So
and the
it's
and the
actually
first time he's in a Spidey suit is when he's fighting Kangaroo,
yeah,
which is what he's doing here. And
it's
it's the
sick.
first appearance of Kangaroo for
Yeah,
what that's
comic
worth.
cuts
But,
are very, very important.
yeah.
Well,
I
it's
couldn't
funny you
believe
showed me that cut because
this
I
is
bought
the
a
this is
surfer
the
cut.
AF-15 of Miles. Like,
It's beautiful. It's a beautiful cut.
not
It's
that
it's
this is
gorgeous.
valuable,
What's the
but
edition size on that? The edition size is 50 or 35? I forget.
talking about the thickness.
Oh no, I'm sorry. The serial number. Like how many cuts did they take out of the
The
book?
denominator, yeah.
Oh, so yeah.
Sorry, bud. Serial number.
No, that's a great question. I don't
It's
see
there.
it.
Oh, did they not put it on the card for Flea Ultra Spider-Man? Oh.
Hmm.
Really? I don't have
Take
one
a
here.
close look.
Son of a bitch. Why is that not there? It must
I
be an SP.
I don't recall seeing.
Maybe they're not. I might be
Yeah.
losing my mind.
I don't
Huh.
think they're. I don't think they are.
I don't think there are. There are like limited, very, very limited, stupid limited. But I
Such a
guess it's
beautiful
not
cut.
hard numbered. It's
gotta
a
be the-
gorgeous cut.
It's got to be the best border.
I love. We had that discussion in that group. That was a fun discussion to see everyone. Everyone had wildly different opinions about like what were the best like cut borders.
Like
I
the
thought that
old
was so
school,
cool to see.
you know,
Yeah.
borders. Or yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
That one's. I don't know. That one's pretty special. AF-15 border obviously is incredible, but it's similar to this.
It's very similar. I love the Fleer Ultra X-Men. I love the Fleer Ultra comic cut borders are the most creative by far.
Yeah.
I like Flare Ultra.
X-Men, Spider-Man, Midnight Suns. God,
Shout
that's so
out.
good.
Shout out to Fausto for this.
I ran. You should have seen me, Justin, Matt. I saw that on eBay. I was like, and I hit up Ryder. I was like, you want it? You don't have to take it off of me because I got it cheap. I actually didn't pay much for it. I forgot the price. I gave you a screenshot. Stupid cheap.
It's crazy too
was.
because, like I said, I've not seen much of them at all. I've not. There's 40. It says there's 40 of them, but I've not seen any of them.
Is that
This is Marvel Spotlight number 5.
First appearance.
okay? So I pulled one. It was
Yeah.
just the screw. I traded that for my Dark Phoenix, my best Dark Phoenix cut.
Is that how you got it? I didn't know
Mhm.
that.
Yeah.
That was a good trade because that's a great cut.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
a
no, I
great
was-
cut.
The person reached out to me and was like, "Hey, what do I got to do to get that?" I was like, "I don't really want to get rid of it, but what another cut that I'm looking for is this one." You went and found it and brought it to me. I was like, "Okay, done."
It's like, it's like this. I mean, this is the
Good
first.
cut.
This is the first appearance of Blade, Tomb of Dracula number 10, and
Yeah, baby.
there's 55 of them. But the thing is, my thing is, how many images does like the Marvel Spotlight number 5? How many images are of Ghost Rider, or how many images are of Blade?
Right.
I don't even want to talk about the insanity I've done mapping out issues to see how many times a character. Poor Matt's laughing because he's seen the insanity, but it is a level of insanity. But it is very difficult. I hate talking about this stuff. Damn you bastards for making me talk about this. I'm so mad at you. Yes, they're actually super amazing, and yeah, they're amazing. They're amazing. They're amazing. They're great.
Did
What
you?
did I get recently?
So at that level, are you saying you were like, okay, if I own this cut, let me look at the comic. What's on the back side of that page? Or did you see if they used 2 books? Like,
I know if they use 2 books now based on how many. No is a strong word. I know a lot.
mhm.
What I'm saying is I have a very good idea, understanding how much of the book they used for the
Mhm.
cut based on the serial number. And there are cuts that are not hard serial numbered, but they're checklist serial numbered, which you guys know of. So like Marvel 70, not Marvel
Yeah.
75th, but like I'm trying to think of the set. Divas is numbered. There's a bunch.
Divas was numbered.
But
Yeah.
Divas is numbered, but I'm thinking of something else. But yes, I went ahead and you know what? I really hope people don't try to screw me out of cuts. But if you do, I'm coming for you. So that's my warning to you guys. Okay? Because I'm not gonna play nice anymore with these people. Where is my stuff? There's my stuff.
Yeah, Divas was numbered.
Yeah.
Divas was numbered. I'm trying to remember what set was not numbered.
I do not own a
There's a
Diva
couple.
cut.
This is the only one I own because of Man Thing.
They're
Yeah.
not- oh,
And
that's a
She-Hulk's
good one.
hand.
That's a really good one.
Of course.
I didn't know you
That's-
had that.
Man
That's
thing is
Well,
in
that's,
Dangerous Divas. That makes perfect sense.
That's a shout out to Greg for that one.
So check this out. I just got this recently. So I think you guys. So I had a post where I
completely
posted
pivoted
like
to
my
cuts.
first.
What'd you say,
Yeah,
man?
Completely
This is-
pivoted to cuts now. I love it.
So this is like so these okay. So I had my action figures when I was a kid were 4 characters. It was Surfer, obviously, Gambit, Deathlock, and Cyclops. And I wanted to get a cut for each of those characters of their first appearance. So I'm only missing one now, which is Cyclops in this suit. I got to find a cut. I know the issue, and I got to find one of him in this thing that I like. But Deathlock, I don't know why I had this as a toy as a kid, but he was everywhere. But I was able to get a cut of his
Oh,
first
nice.
appearance.
Because Deathlock is
That's
awesome.
cool.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's a really good cut too. So I was like, well, now I have my
George
match.
Perez art? Is that what that is?
I don't know, Justin. That's a good question. It might be. I'm not.
My brain
I'm not,
tells
I don't
me
know
that,
George's
but,
work. My brain tells me that. I've been there.
It may have just been
I
the
just thought it
cover.
was a beautiful cut. I just thought it was a beautiful cut. First appearance too. So I thought it was great. But yeah, so here you go. Can't believe I'm showing this.
So Hermit says 14 minutes till Agatha. Are we saying that Agatha is good? Oh,
Agatha's
Look at
very
that.
good.
I like Agatha.
I stopped at the 3rd episode, so I need to get back into it.
Oh, okay.
Agatha's good.
That's-
I like Agatha. I like witchy stuff. Whatever.
I do
like
too, but the 3rd episode sucked. I'm hoping the rest of it was good. What are you showing us, Fausto?
What is that?
I'm trying to remember if the third.
It's when they first started
Oh.
descending down the witch's road, and they got stuck
Yeah,
in the
well,
house.
musically, yeah. It's
Wow.
weird. It like comes
It was
in and
the-
out. It comes
It
in
was
and
the
out.
house
Last
episode.
episode was really good.
I was like, where their faces was getting distorted.
Yeah, that is.
The last one
Um,
was great.
That's what I've been hearing.
Last one
So I
was
got to get.
great.
That's what I got to get back and
Last
watch.
one was good. So that's me mapping out issues.
How did you like? You went in and found the comic book panels and put them all in a grid.
That's
Does your
Even
wife
if I don't know them
what
all.
you're doing?
I was so proud of it, like an idiot, that I went up to her. I was like,
Where you live?
check it out.
Mhm.
And she was like, what's that, cuckoo for bananas? And I was like, this is the book mapped out. I was so proud of my presentation and everything. She's like, you're kind of like Charlie Day, like trying to figure out all the connections. But you need help. But yeah, so I did that to figure out certain books, because what I wanted to really understand was that certain images from the book, once certain pages are used, it opts out other images. So that means less of the character, less of pivotal moments. And I'm like, oh, but there's some splash pages. And I was like, well, I think they're saving a few splash pages. So then I realized that some splash pages would be saved for achievements. So
Where
they're out.
are all the splash pages? By the way,
I'm fearful that Beginnings Series 3, Volume 2 is not coming out.
I'm pretty
And
sure it's not.
And I'm pretty sure we're not going to get booklets anymore.
Yeah.
So I think
well, if anybody knows where a Ghost Rider booklet is, let me know, because I have not seen one. There's supposedly a Ghost Rider booklet somewhere.
Yeah.
And I've not seen it at all.
But I mean, I may be the one person, but I love the jumbo cuts and splash pages. It's just another way to
I
appreciate.
like one.
Yeah, there's
but I don't
supposedly
think
a
it's gonna
ton of
happen.
Surfer, according to what's his face, Grant Sandground. He talked about it.
accordingly without me. Well, so I'm hurt already. He never
Right.
calls. No, I'm not kidding. He actually emailed. But like, because I remember a long time ago us having that conversation. He was like, We'll see what we can do because he put a bunch in there.
You were
But,
on the podcast when he talked about it.
Yeah, I was.
And-
Yeah.
Because he specifically called out Kirby art relative to those, and he called out certain pages. There's one, I don't want to try to misdescribe it, but it's got like all the mechanical stuff going on in the background with all the detailed art. With
Eternals, yeah.
Yeah. And he's like, there's such a beautiful art that we can't show in a small cut, right? So we're going to do these jumbo cuts. They're incredible.
I think,
And they're
I think
one of
the
ones.
booklets-
Yes.
They're hard number one of one.
I can't even. It's too much. I went. Yeah. It's yeah.
You need at least one, Fausto. Surfer. Do you have one?
What?
Oh,
No, I don't have anything. Achievement? No. I don't have a cover.
no, I'm talking about the jumbo clipping.
No, I don't
I
have
wanna
a jumbo
see it.
clipping.
I want to see it. Please?
No, I don't have a jumbo clipping. I love the desperate. Please. No, I don't have a jumbo clip. I want a jumbo clipping. I have other things, but not jumbo clipping.
By the way, with your glasses that you have, they're very nice, by the way, and you were showing your diagram.
They're
you looked
gone.
so nerdy. It was
I,
amazing.
no, I'm getting new glasses because these frames are too heavy, and the new ones. I
No,
get
they
that,
look
like,
good.
for free.
Stop. You don't need
They
new ones.
look
Those
good.
look great.
They're bifocals because it's happening. It's happening to your boy. But what can I
I'm
show?
sure I'm right behind you.
Yeah, it's coming. Actually, I got a Spidey cut
Okay, let's see it.
from the Silver Surfer number 14.
Oh, you did. Surfer and Spidey.
A buddy pulled it. Showed Fausto. Maybe we need to change your name to us. Sketcher. Yeah. So I did get this one, which I haven't shown yet.
Oh, come on. There's no surfer in that.
He's here when I find the adjacent cut.
It's
He's right here.
we're doing
here.
the William thing.
the connected thing.
He's connected in the
William
comic
thing.
somewhere. I know what that is. That's the one you're going to trade to get the surfer.
Oh God, I don't want to trade that. I like that. I know it's coming. It's coming.
Oddly enough, when I was
it's
putting
coming
together
memorable.
that surfer run, the comic book issue run, the surfer Spidey was
I remember.
one of the last ones I got.
It's a good cover. It's a very good issue. It's a good cover.
All
I
of
did
those
get
great
this.
covers.
All of those are great. Oh, I have to change the penny sleeve. This thing looks messy. But I did get this cut, which I'm absolutely in love with.
Ooh,
Nice.
that's
Have
awesome.
you seen a Ghost Rider and Fleur Ultra Wolverine comic cut at all?
The Ultra Wolverine. There's some sneaky ones out there. These Marvel
know.
Comics Presents. That's pretty sneaky. There's a lot of things that are pretty surprising, actually, that I'm having a hard time with.
Because I haven't
Like
seen one yet.
categorizing.
I've been looking at the books and everything, trying to research it, but
No one wants to open beginnings. No one wants to open these old sets yet because they're miserable hits sometimes, which I don't blame them.
I'm not
You know what I
getting
mean?
it.
And I think it's only some. I think most comic cut hits are 2 per case.
Something like that.
Is that something stupid like that? Something ridiculous? I'm surprised people are not opening beginnings at alarming rates with those
Cheap.
booklets around. But
While I had masterpieces in my account, I overtraded to get the Giant Size X-Men cut from X-Men Metal with Ilyana Rasputin in it.
ooh,
Yeah.
when are you getting that poem?
It's in the e-pack mail.
It's in the other one? Yeah.
I've requested it. It just isn't here yet. It's not one of the
Oh,
better
but-
cuts, like better images, but I'll take what I can get. You know.
That's exactly what you should do
Mhm.
because they are not easy to find. All this stuff. It's
No,
really not easy to
one
find
of
at all.
one of our friends has one of the ones I would like to have, and they're putting together their version of a set. I'm not going to say it out loud. And I was like, would you be willing to trade? Like, it's not like you're going down in number. Like you get to, it still keeps you going to your set, and then I'll add something on top of it because I think you have the better image. They never even responded to my message.
Seriously, not at all.
And they're a friend, so I was like, oh, okay. I'm not mad about it, but it's like that level of like, oh nope, not happening. So, but to your point, I'm glad to have what I got.
You get what you get. You get what you can, in my opinion.
Well, and I'm
Like,
really
in all
late to
seriousness.
it. I mean, people went after that issue immediately,
Hard.
right?
They ran. A lot of
Right.
people ran for that. A lot of people ran for a lot of this different
So
stuff. And
it's my own
I don't know.
fault.
I feel it's not your own fault. How would you know? You know what I mean? I
I was there when it was released.
Yeah, but that doesn't matter. I was there for a lot of things when they were released, and F me if I could. There's no way I could have been winging it at the time or even understand what I was looking at.
There was a
You know what I
lot
mean?
to it was a lot to digest, and I was going so hard after the Dark Phoenix Rainbow that
I remember.
my brain didn't go to that.
That's tough. I've had that.
And the comic hub was the hardest part, not the one of one.
Yeah, because comic books are 101.
It's
Yeah. Remember, you
Oh.
saw me freak out when you showed it to me. Remember that whole conversation we had?
yep.
I told you, I was like, that's crazy good stuff. Nice. All right. That's
People
nice.
catching on to comic cuts.
Yep.
Watching everybody swim up to the boat, right?
I know you sitting on your throne of cuts.
Already happy, pretty and happy. I told Matt, I was like, hey Matt, you think I should put a comic cut group together? Kind of. You think is no, so it's done. You can talk about it now. It's okay.
The cat's out.
It's all right. I'm like, there's a secret. No one knows. Like, yeah, okay.
Hey, I
think-
took
I
a
think
lot of
what's
heat
fun-
for comic cuts. That's
Why?
other than the gold one of one Spidey, comic cuts is the most negativity I've gotten as a content creator.
For selling it or buying it?
No, for
Just talking
liking
about it. Yeah, because
it. For
of
liking it.
a lot of
Oh,
comic,
that's right.
so many comic guys do not like cutting up a comic book at
Yeah.
all. They hate it.
Cry me a river. There's a lot of things I don't like either. Big deal. Get over it. I think they're great. They're awesome. It's an amazing thing to incorporate into a card, especially when books are mostly being graded and sealed up. These things have omnibus. They exist. People can read them. They're so vastly printed. And by the way, to everybody who has an opinion about this, I've done the numbers. I've looked at, like Matt's like, Fausta just digs himself a hole, and that's true.
Uh-huh.
I've done the numbers. There's probably only ever have been a handful of issues that have ever been repeated more than once. Most issues in comic cut land have only ever been done once. And when I say most, I mean like 85-90%. That's like real numbers.
And
Like,
there's still
very
great
few
issues that have yet to be
even touched.
touched. Yeah.
And I'm with you. I have some graded comics, and I like that aspect. But the cuts, you get to relive the actual story. Like if you know
Yep.
the source material, you get to see it, and that's what I loved about the X-Men Metal. Just so many of those classic issues. And
It's easier to display. I mean, if you have like a page you want to see, I mean, you're not going to display a whole entire comic book page.
Right.
There you go. It's right
go
there.
get your binder. One binder's got multiple issues.
Yeah.
in it.
Comic books are not
if
rare.
they were, and here's the thing, that's a great line, but I will say, like, I understand from the standpoint if there were vintage books being taken off the market at a ridiculous rate and that kind of history being lost to cards. I would agree with everyone. I really would. Honestly, I do. And I think maybe that's the misperception. But vintage books, the really rare stuff, not stuff, even like really special things, if they've ever been used, they've been used once. I've done the number. I can show you. I've lost my mind recently. Matt's seen it. It doesn't exist. But with cuts, you get to see aspects of these characters, aspects of the stories that you don't appreciate when you see the full page ahead of you.
Yep.
For instance, right? This is the last page of Silver Surfer 44, which Surfer comes into contact with the Infinity Gauntlet for the first time. When I first got this, I read this issue over and over again. I was like, where the F is this panel? That's Mephisto's hand.
Mm-hmm.
That's his fingers. He's looking into a globe of Silver Surfer and Thanos and Drax's defeat.
That's cool.
To get that little moment in a cut highlights it so much more. You know what I mean? And what's funny is I feel like people always give a lot of opinions about, oh, people who collect Marvel cards don't really know the characters or the history. They're just collecting it, blah, 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 blah. Comic cuts, you kind of have to know what you're doing to find the really good meat. You have to know your character. Ah, there we go.
Here's this
There
one.
we
So
go.
this has Blade on it. When I first saw it, I didn't know it was Blade until I looked closely. But what's cool is, so this is from Tomb of Dracula 13. So in the issues before, he premiered in Tomb of Dracula number 10. He fights, Dracula and everything. So what this is this is them talking about him fighting Dracula, and it says in the word bubble, "Yeah, I tangled with that big bad dude," which is cool.
That's
That's
so
cool.
sick.
And it's not like you said, it's very unique, because a lot of times the story gets taken away. It gets taken away. So like same thing is like this. For example,
Yeah.
this is him fighting Dracula, and Dracula almost biting him. This is the first appearance of Blade. And
Wow.
pretty much the whole entire comic, it does not really show up at all until pretty much there's a little splash page of him fighting, and that's it.
I think it's great. I love it. I think it's
Well,
so cool. And we're not going to see
for-
a lot of these anyway.
Our next segment, Matt Fuller is going to show us all of the New Mutant cuts that I wish I owned.
Look at Matt's face. That's like,
There are only
There's
a few that have magic in them, but yeah, it's because it's somehow tied to Danny. Yeah.
I'm gonna hop off. 'Cause
yeah, we all got to hop off. It's been
Check with
2
the
hours. No, go. I just want to say a big thank you to William for opening the box. Thank you, William. Go enjoy your dinner. Have fun, buddy.
yeah. Have
And
fun. See you guys.
Later, buddy. Have
Later,
a good
man.
one.
Hey Matt, before you jump off, there was a set that released that had a bunch of Bill Sienkiewicz autos back like 5 years ago or something.
Marvel
I can't-
80th.
Marvel 80th. That's what I'm thinking of.
Yep.
There are cuts in there. They're not easy to find. Where are they at?
I have a couple, but yeah, no, they're buried. I'll tell you who it is. It's an artist who also collects them. He's got a ton.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I know who it is. I'm not going to rat him out online.
No, don't do that. Don't do that. But those have been some I'd love to just even see. Like not like pester somebody to get, but I feel like there's
best-
got to be a magic in there somewhere
Yeah.
in that
I've
set.
got, it'll probably be a couple more weeks. I've got about 12 in for grading.
Mhm.
Only because normally I wouldn't grade comic cuts, but since it's part of the Danny and everything's graded, I'm just getting them in slabs for continuity.
Yep.
But yeah,
Yeah.
I think I'm up to about 16 of her now.
Cuts look
That's
good in
cool.
slabs, man. Cuts look good in slabs. I really like the way
Oh
they
yeah,
present.
I'm gonna get this one graded for sure, or authenticated at the very
Yeah, that's
least.
beautiful. It's so funny. So the Midnight Sun Surfer I just showed, I got from him, and he showed me that cut. But I was so glad you got it because I didn't think about it
Yeah.
at the time. But
Like it wasn't
amazing.
cheap. It was $250.
no, it's a
But
good-
for
it's a
me,
beautiful
I was
cut,
like,
though.
that's
It's
my
true.
favorite Miles card now.
yeah,
You know?
that's cool.
It's cool.
I think it's a good looking card, man. It really is. I don't know. It's cool. I love it. Yeah. All right, I'm gonna dip out, but I'll be
All
right
right,
back.
guys.
No.
No.
See you later, everybody. Thank you, Justin. Thank you for dropping in, brother. I appreciate
Yeah,
it.
it's a pleasure.
It's good. Matt, you're a pleasure. I always love seeing you here, buddy. I know you're in the middle of research. Everybody in the chat,
Yeah.
thank you so much for coming. Slick, pulling fire. What's up, Adam, TJ? Thank you, everybody, for joining. TCG, I appreciate you guys being here. This is a lot of fun. More to come. Thank you, everybody. You have a good night. Happy Hallows Eve. Bye, everybody.
Peace.
Oh, wow, it is the 30th.